Hello, my name is Devin Eckhart, and my research project is about the life and legacy of General Anthony Wayne. I begin my research with a discussion about the recent effort to change the name of the Wayne National Forest in southeastern Ohio. This request was proposed in the summer of 2023 at the behest of several American Indian tribes and local community members. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, Anthony Wayne's complicated legacy includes leading a violent campaign against the indigenous peoples of Ohio that resulted in their removal from their homelands. The current forest name is offensive because of this history of violence. This effort is one of the more recent in a string of efforts to change the names of various significant locations around the country. The last few years have seen the names of several U.S. Army bases being changed due to their previous namesake being slaveholders. The forts formerly known as Bragg, Lee, and Polk, for example. I am not opposed in principle to the notion of changing the names of locations on the basis of the atrocities committed by their namesake. There is great merit in continuously reevaluating the legacies of our forefathers. After all, that is the primary goal of a historian. We pursue the study of history as a way to learn from our mistakes. What I was perplexed by, however, was the choice of Anthony Wayne as the source of this recent outrage. I myself have grown up in Wayne County, Michigan. My sister attends Wayne State University. I have often driven down Anthony Wayne Trail, and anytime I fly, I leave out of the Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport. All my life, I have been inundated with the notion of Anthony Wayne as a great hero. I understood that much of this fame came as the result of a campaign against local Native Americans, but that was the extent of my knowledge. Faced with the prospect of Anthony Wayne's legacy becoming a source of outrage, I decided to look further. In my research, I discovered that this outrage was quite surprising. In fact, Anthony Wayne was often looked to by 19th and 20th century Americans as one of George Washington's more competent generals. This status was so prevalent, in fact, that he was perceived as a paragon of manliness, strength, and fortitude. Marion Morrison, upon entering Hollywood and becoming a rising star, was encouraged to change his stage name to something more rugged, and chose the now iconic John Wayne. In a 1969 issue of a Batman comic, it was established that Bruce Wayne himself was in fact a descendant of the Revolutionary War hero. Wayne's reputation was solidified in the American mythos because of his campaign against the Indians in 1794. At the Battle of Fallen Timbers in northwest Ohio, he led the recently formed Legion of the United States to a quick, decisive, and complete victory against the coalition of tribes that had been resisting American settlement in the Northwest Territories. It is for this success that the various locations are named for him. Fort Wayne, Indiana, Wayne County, Michigan, and the Wayne National Forest are under the dominion of the United States due to Anthony Wayne's competent leadership. The Battle of Fallen Timbers is where Anthony Wayne's reputation was permanently etched into the landscape of our country, but it is not where that reputation was born. In fact, the reason that he was chosen by George Washington to lead the assault against the Indians was because he had faithfully served under Washington during the American Revolution. It was here, at numerous battles such as Ticonderoga, Brandywine, Paoli, Germantown, Monmouth, and Stony Point, that he made his impression on Washington. During the Revolution, he proved to be a general so brave, so disciplined, and so bold that he earned the moniker Mad Anthony Wayne. Part of this was attributed to his preference for bayonet charges, while the other part referred to the strict disciplinary measures that he practiced against his men. His madness, bravery, and ferocity are inspiring to read about. They are fascinating tales that evoke imagery of medieval knights in search of battlefield glory. This imagery has inspired many others throughout American history, but none of that is really what this research is about. The question I am ultimately looking to answer is about place names. When should names be changed? For what reason should those changes happen, and when should they not happen? Is there any act so vile, any lifestyle so repugnant, any military campaign so violent that it justifies replacing someone's name? If so, how far should that replacement go? That is the question that I am actually researching. Anthony Wayne is just my case study. The conclusion that I have come to is no. The actions of Anthony Wayne do not warrant a name change. He was not a great person. In fact, in many instances, he was hardly a good person. However, the locations named for him aren't inspired by his conduct as a man. They are as a tribute to his conquests as a soldier. The reason the Wayne National Forest, as well as Wayne County, Michigan, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Wayne State University, are named for him is because he is the general that conquered these regions. If another nation were to win them in a treaty and claim them as their own sovereign territory, I would similarly not be opposed to whatever new names were chosen.